In this video, we are going to take a look at creating finish and furniture plans in addition to floor plans. So I am going to first off start with the views. So we talked about duplicating views before, but let's just go through it one more time here. And I know this says architectural, but for what we're going to be doing and for the class, it's not a big deal that it says architectural versus interiors. So we're going to be able to work within this architectural um, naming convention just fine with what we want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on this and I'm going to say duplicate view. I'm going to do it once. So I have L1 architectural copy 1, and then I'm going to do it one more time. So I should have architectural copy 2. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and rename these, and we're going to have 3 different types of floor plan views. So the first one is just going to be floor plan. All right, I'm going to make the second one. Whoop, I moved it around. All right, I'm going to rename this one finish plan. Or not. My keyboard just messed up there. And then I'm going to call this one the furniture plan. Okay, so the floor plan we're going to use for the sake of the homework assignment as something for annotations like dimensions and room tags, and we're still going to show room tags and finish in furniture plan, but the floor plan would be more information on, wall location, door location, window location, etc. Then the finish plan is going to show the floors, and then the furniture plan is going to show only the furniture. So right now, we don't have any furniture. I'm going to go ahead and just delete this wall. We don't need that anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and load some in. So remember for that, we're going to go to the Insert tab and then Load Autodesk Family. And I still have furniture here pulled up. So I'm just going to go through here and let's just go ahead and pull in some. We'll throw in some sofas, a TV stands, and let's go with a coffee table. All right, remember that you've now loaded those into your project, but you still have to go to your component command to place them. So let's go to our architecture tab, component command, place component. So I came up with the TV stand first. I'm sure I'm going to use spacebar to rotate and flip that around. I know this room is very oversized for this, but that's okay. We're just going to put in some furniture for us to work with the visibility graphics. All right, a couple chairs here. And using spacebar to rotate that about. I know I had the Corbu sofa as well. We'll put that in. And then table, there's our coffee table. That'll do. Okay. And then we also did have the TV. And then a space bar to flip that around. And then I do want to take a look at that. I have a suspicion that the TV is on the floor oh, that's good. Nope, it's still, oh, yep, so yes, it is. All right, so similar to the walls and how we did an offset from the level 1 for the floors to raise the height, we can do the same thing here for the TV. So this coffee table, TV stand, I can see I'm going to check the height is 1'7.5". So I'm actually just going to copy that to my clipboard, and then I'm going to go into the TV here, and this is elevation from level, and that's from level 1, so that's the floor. So I'm going to add that in, so that's sitting on top here. All right, so I just raise that up. All right, now we have some furniture in here. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that crossing box left to right here. I'm going to use my copy command. I'm just going to place a few different instances of it so we can see see it in each room. Again, this is not a design class. I will not be grading on design. We are learning the tools of Revit so you can apply it on designs in your other projects. As you can see from this layout, not a design class. So let's go ahead now in our floor plan. We're going to make some adjustments to our visibility graphics, first in our floor plan and then to these other views. And the visibility graphics is going to be a visual control over what model and annotation objects you're seeing within each view. So it is view specific, which is great because we want to show and hide different things in these different views. That you can see that as I go into it here, it's going to be on the properties bar. It's visibility graphics right here. A shortcut for that is also VV or VG. I tend to use the VV, which I just did there instead of clicking on it. So our visibility graphics, you're going to see all of those categories. This is going to start to become very familiar to you for all the categories in Revit. This is what you see when you look in that Revit library. Um, and right now it's set to multiple here on the filter list. We can pare this down for the sake of our course. We don't need structural or MEP, the mechanical electrical piping. We can just show architecture only. You can see as I did that, it's hiding a bunch of the categories below. And that just kind of cleans up what you're looking at. It's going to make it simpler and easier to use. So go ahead and pare that down. You will have to do that in every project. So if you want to leave the other ones on, that's no problem, but it just helps simplify it. Now for this, we're in the floor plan. So in the floor plan, we are not going to show the floor finishes and we are not going to show the furniture. So by default in this template, they already have the floor patterns hidden. So that's nice in that it's already set up that way. So that means in the finish plan, we'll just have to unhide them, which we'll do next. But for now, since the floor is already hidden, I'm just gonna take furniture and I'm gonna turn that off. All right, so now I have just the floor plan here. So then this would start to include things like, let's throw some dimensions on here. Remember dimensions under our annotate tab. I'm gonna go wall faces. Um, individual reference is fine here. Actually, I'll switch to entire walls. There's no openings, but we'll just do some overalls here. And I could do intersecting walls. So we'll do one for that. And then this one here, of course, is just gonna get that one wall because those are 3 walls that we edited. But I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that and pull this over to the exterior here so we have 2 overalls to work with. All right, so we've got some dimensions on there now. Remember, those are annotations. They are 2D and view specific. So when I go to my finish plan, I do not see them. All right, so now in the finish plan, I do want to see the floor finishes and I don't want to see the furniture. So again, I'm going to go to my visibility graphics. I'm going to turn off, I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to turn off my furniture. And then I'm going to go into the floors, into the pattern here where it says hidden, and I'm going to say visible and visible. All right, now, there we go. Now we can see those patterns. All right, so the carpet's got a little sand texture, those diagonal lines that we could see in the 3D view for the wood finish, and then there's that 4x4 tile that we added here. Just of note, anything that is a model pattern can be moved. So if I were to hover and tab, I could actually select these lines individually and move them around. I can also rotate them and adjust them that way as well. Okay, so there's my floor finish plan. So now I'm gonna go to my furniture plan. And the furniture plan's actually already set up because of the way this template is done, but we would not show the finish patterns or dimensions or information that we would have on the floor plan. All right, so now we have 3 different views. So now let's talk about getting them onto a sheet. Remember that section box is turned on by default, so we do want to make sure that we go down and I'm going to turn off where it says, oh, sorry, scope box, not section box. I'm going to turn that off and say none. And then that's going to allow me to adjust the crop region to make this view smaller to go onto a sheet. So if you do that before you copy the views, you won't have to do it 3 times like I'm about to right now, but that's okay because it's good practice. Then I'm going to go ahead and turn off that crop region. This is remember, it's an instance property, so it's view specific. So again, if I turn this off before and made these adjustments to the crop region, that would have been a better process. So you can do that first on your end. But if not, you can still always fix it and delete these little annotations out of here. All right, that crop region is turned off. So we got the finish plan, one last one to go here. Again, turn off that scope box, adjust that. All right, then I'll turn that off. Okay, so now I should have 3 lovely plans here. Let's take a look. WT, ZA. So I got my finish plan with just my finishes, my floor plan, and my furniture plan. So great. So now they are ready to go, and then you can pull them onto sheets. If the sheets do not exist, then create the sheets and then drag those views onto the sheet, and you can check the assignment for if they're supposed to be on the same sheet or individual sheets.